amazing. We've got an amazing lineup of special speakers. They're all special. Everyone's special that's on our call, because everyone in Juice Plus is special. That's what I think anyway. We've got lots of exciting things going on. Who went to Liverpool last weekend, or who watched it online? I watched it online, unfortunately, but it was absolutely amazing. We've got so many exciting things happening with lots and lots of events. So everything's kicking off, and we've got our monthly training today that James, give James a big thank you for putting this on. And we're going to kick off with our amazing Sue Worrell. But first of all, I'll just tell you, today we're talking about create your dream life. So put in the chat if you're ready to create your dream life with the amazing Juice Plus company. So let me tell you a little bit about Sue. So Sue Worrell is an NMD. She's a top nutritionist, and she's been a nutritionist for over 30 years, running clinics in Cardiff and London. And she's been taking Juice Plus for almost 17 years. I think it's absolutely probably over 17 years now, isn't it? So she's a picture of health, and she's going to be talking to us today about Ready to Perform. Are you there, Sue?
I am here. Can I screen share?
Yep. Yes, James.
Okay. And we're off. Good morning, everyone. As I said, I'm Sue Worrell. I'm a clinical nutritionist, have been for over 30 years, and I'm passionate and love Juice Plus. This is me. There's a couple of years missing, as you'll notice, from most people's lives. I'm 74 now. So I was very active until they enforced me to lockdown like everybody else. So where are we today? Our environment is full of toxins. It really is, and it's getting worse all the time. We need to take care of our own health, more important than ever. We spend more money on our cars than we do in looking after our health. And we notice more about our cars, and we take care of our cars more than our health, which is just ridiculous. And there's another epidemic going on at the moment, that's in our food. And there is more ultra-processed food around than ever. More than 50% of Americans eat lots of processed food, and we can't gloat about that because we are second to them. And 20% of our population eat 80% ultra-processed foods. And I'm on a bit of a mission at the moment to try and help stop that. We've got so many chemicals in our air, in our water, wherever we are. And when we do fast diets, we burn off the fat, but the fat cells hold all the toxins. So it releases all the toxins in our body, gives us headaches, makes us sick, makes us vulnerable, doesn't help our immune system. So we need to really look after ourselves and take out the processed foods. But I've found over the years, and especially the last 3 years, that if you do a cleanse first, if you get people deprived of everything first, then they get burnt out and they lose the enthusiasm to go on. They might be a bit motivated, but they lose a bit of that enthusiasm. And I've done it a different way now. I add lots of nutrition in first, loads of nutrients, and I use Juice Plus for that really successfully. And if you want to get from this one to this one, then you really need to get the nutrition in and keep on the track. And that's what this one does. It helps them keep going. So what do we need as well as nutrition? We need exercise, stress, sleep, drinking water. And Juice Plus Company is brilliant at persuading us to do all of those, at helping us and motivating us to do the whole health program. So we know we need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and we know what fruits and vegetables do. We might know, but we're not really listening, and many of us are not really taking note and acting on it. So we need to be eating nature's pharmacy. We need more farmers markets and less supermarkets. And the real deep science shows that we now know that we are what our grandparents ate. Nikki Tolson always said Granny was right, and she certainly was. So by that, we also know that if we are what our grandparents ate, our grandchildren are what we eat. So it is really important, more important than ever, that we need to have 7 minimum to 13 servings that's portions of fruits and vegetables every day. And how do we do that? Well, we do it with the help of Juice Plus. It's not a replacement for food. It is the fantastic foundation for food. Oh, my mango slipped. Juice Plus are very keen on keeping the good nutrients in there and looking at their pristine products they use and where they get it from. And they changed the papaya to mango because at the moment, world supply of papaya is not so good. So Juice Plus is an amazing foundation, and it bridges the gap between what we do eat and what we actually should eat every day. It is gluten-free, lactose-free, no artificial colorings and flavorings, and it is a whole food. It has a few vitamins added, mostly because of the RDA, and that's the certification we need. But it has amazing amount of the essence of all fruits and vegetables. It's juice dried with the pips and peel wherever appropriate. So we don't need huge amounts of vitamins only to add to whatever food we're eating. We need thousands of little plant nutrients. And that's what Juice Plus, it just gives us that foundation of thousands of little plant nutrients holistically. So our body can use it. The thing is, you can put it in your body, but your body can't always use it. So it will throw it out, and it will have to work hard to throw it out on many, many occasions, especially with high doses of vitamins. So we have got more studies than any other food item. And the studies go on and they are published, peer study reviews in all these journals. You can look them up and they're there for anyone to see. And these are not studies on fruits and vegetables. They're not a study in saying, this is what blueberries do, this is what black currants do, this is what kale does. It's on our Juice Plus project, which is really important. So there are ongoing studies all the time. So go on, do your own research, know your product well, and get to know what's going on with Juice Plus and what's going on in the world with our health. So the other thing we have is a fantastic certification. We have the top certification you can get for a food product. And we've also got the absolute stamp of approval from Informed Sport, because when I started to use it Juice Plus with high-level sports people, we wanted this and we didn't have it at the time. So we have got this approval by Informed Sport, which is brilliant for sports people. And then we're one of the few companies that look after the children as well. And so the children get the gummies and or the soft chews, they're called really. And people who cannot swallow capsules, our capsules are so easy to open. They're made from polylan, which is fermented tapioca, so they're completely vegan and they digest very easily and break down very easily. But you can still pull them apart and put them in your food if you want to, or in a drink even. But if you don't want to do that, the powders are inside this gelatin in the children's or the soft chews for adults who don't want to swallow capsules. And there is sugar in them, like any jelly, sort of sweet or anything that is not made from animal gelatin, then there is sugar in them, but there's an awful lot less than there is in sweets and things like chocolates and the normal sweets that children eat. It's just a tiny amount. And if you do it after their meal, that's the best way to do it, really. So there is a fantastic thing called the Healthy Starts for Families. It used to be called the Children's Health Study. You talk to whoever brought you into the business and ask them more about that and get to understand that, because that is unique to the Juice Plus company as well. So as I said, the Juice Plus studies on the Juice Plus project. But if you just look around, the studies on polyphenols, which are in all the berries, all the dark-colored berries mostly, and these studies show how much difference they make to life. So even by just someone starting on the berries only, it makes a huge difference to their health, and it makes a difference straight away and keeps on making a difference. And the effect of taking Juice Plus regularly on a daily basis is accumulative. Our micronutrient range is fantastic, and it is so powerful and so adaptable and versatile. I use the Complete for so many things, and I use it for making pancakes and scone type things. I use it in smoothies every day. And this is how I get the high nutrition in my program. I've just started someone off on the new program yesterday, and they bought more than £700 worth of Juice Plus to do it. I start them off with some complete and with a little recipe of what goes with it, which greens, which berries go with it, and they start on that, and they don't have to change anything else apart from overnight fasting, and it makes a huge difference. I use the soups for thickening gravies and sauces, and I use it on the run. In a cafe, I'll just get hot water and add the soup to it. So they're extremely versatile. They are very clean products. I'm really keen on this non-ultra processed foods. And this is processed. Everything is processed to a certain amount. This is processed, but they do it in such a way that it's minimally processed and undamaged. And they keep all the ingredients as whole as possible. So although it's processed, the macronutrients stay intact, and they same as the fruits and vegetables, they are juice dried with the minimum heat on the farms themselves, so that although they're processed, they're not ultra processed. They are non-GMO, they're gluten and dairy free, and they're great for vegans and vegetarians. You can use them as a replacement meal. I use them to start the people off with breakfast, and they don't always completely change out. Some people who don't want weight loss have their rye bread or their bit of cereal and their complete shake. But you can use them as a meal replacement because they've got a whole meal in them. They're a complete meal in themselves. I don't use dairy milk in mine. I use a plant-based milk in mine, and I make sure it's not added sugar milk. It's not milk with added sugar. And I don't overdo the amount of milk I put in there. So the bar's really versatile, particularly for golfers and sports people and people who are on the run. A lot of women tend to skip lunch sometimes, and that doesn't do us any good at all, because if we don't eat for too long, our body starts storing fat from the next meal. So the bars are really adaptable. It tells you how many calories in them. I don't do calorie counting. I think people lose the will to live on calorie counting. It's what's in the calories that count, and all the calories, what's in these, the produce that's in these, is all really healthy. So these are the soups. As I said, I use them with lots of versatility. I use them in my gravies and my homemade soups. I had the most delicious soup yesterday. I help in a project with underprivileged people in the woods. And I gave the lady some soup, and she made a fantastic soup with mango in it as well. It was just beautiful in the woods around a campfire. So it is so easy to take with you as well. So that soup needed thickening, and I said, I've got the very thing, and it was just delicious. So look at ways you can use the products as well, and be inventive, and help your customers be inventive as well. I have to say, I don't use the boosters very much. I've tried them with a couple of people who need extra fiber. I don't tend to use the boosters for anyone who needs weight loss as part of their program. I use the uplift with it and find that's much more successful, but a lot of people like it. So it's horses for courses. And this glutamon, it's like the calorie-free noodles that people eat. It's just fiber. It's not a pineapple. It's a fruit, and it's full of fiber. And we all need more fiber. I love the omegas. The omegas are just brilliant. You might have had, there's some news at the moment talking about omegas and do we really need them? And we don't if we eat really fresh, oily fish 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. Most of us don't. And also our oceans are getting depleted, and we've got heavy metals in our oceans. And we need to look after our heart, brain, and eyes, which is what the omegas do. So the Juice Plus have been the same with everything else. They've done it unfractionated, because some plants like, can't remember it, I'll tell you in a second, they have more than one omega in them. So if plants put it together, why are we taking it apart? And it's all about the synergy and having all of those the 9, the 5, 6, 7, and 9 helps you absorb the omega-3, which is the one that most people are looking for. So that's the amount of omega-3. That's the amount of DHA and EPA if you're looking for that, and ALA. And some sports people and some people who have got like osteoporosis or osteoporotic, they are looking for more of that. And if you want more than that, then you just double up or take another one. But you'll find that this is equal to most krill products on the market, but delivered in a much better way. So we get the omega not just from the fish, not from the fish, but from its purest source, so that it's vegetarian and vegan friendly. And it comes from Schizochitrum, which is this ancient algae that the fish eat to get their omega-3. And this way we don't deplete or interrupt our oceans. And I absolutely love it. And I find people get results straight away from only a few weeks on adding in the omegas. So Uplift, cheers, I Uplift. I love Uplift. Didn't think I'd like it, was not happy when Juice Plus said they were going to do an energy drink, but this is fantastic because it's got all the B vitamins. So it's not just energy for your body, it's energy for your brain. And I have it most days these days. I'm doing a lot of exercise again, glad to be out and about. And so most days I have it, especially if I've got calls in the evening, it keeps my brain alert longer. And as I'm getting older, I definitely need that. So it's got these fantastic B vitamins, good for everyone, particularly good for women. And it makes a huge difference adding this on a daily basis to what's the food you're already eating. And you can look this up yourselves. All the information is on the website. It tells you all the different B vitamins do and why they're good for us. And as I said before, it's having a little bit of all of them that the body can absorb that makes them really special. So it's really good before sport as well, and for sports training. And I've used them a lot with cyclists and recently with basketball players and ice hockey players. So exercise is the other pillar of what we need in sleep and hydration and all the pillars of health. And we know there's so many studies on exercise. I mean, it just shows that 20 minutes of high intensity exercise 3 times a week will decrease cardiovascular disease by 50% and high blood pressure by 30%. So now we've got Perform. And how brilliant is that? It's a great addition to what we've got. Perform is not a meal replacement. It's adding macronutrients, it's adding protein, and it's soy protein. And don't let anyone put you off with the soy protein, because the soy protein in this is pristinely grown. And I use it as, I add it into the complete sometimes, or I use it for sports or people who are exercising, or for people who are vegetarian and there's a lot of protein in vegetables. They're still not getting quite enough protein. So I'm just getting to know this and finding different ways of using it. So this is the information about us, the soy that's in there. You can look this up. It's really important, so you know when people ask you, and why it's different to everything else. It's water washed. It's made without GMO ingredients, and it's a responsible soybean standard program that they use to bring it into the form. It ticks all the boxes. So we've got the complete range for anybody who's looking for health. And I think almost all of us are now. My program is called Thrive 25. I have lots, every time I talk on here or other places like it for Mary in Ireland, I have lots of messages saying, people, can I watch your program? Can I have your program? Well, obviously, I've never done that before, but now that I'm getting on a bit, I've decided to share it with the practitioners. I've got a lot of practitioners in my distributors. So all of it now is available, and it's available on an app. It covers all the aspects of health, including sleep, meditation, empowered breathing and hydration. So I'm doing 2 talks. Simon Bowler's got a copy of this, and I'm doing 2 talks on Monday the 7th for practitioners, 10 to 10:30, and on Wednesday, following Wednesday, 8 to 8:30. So any Juice Plus One people want to get on, I'm more than happy for you to come on and listen to what it's all about. What I'm going to be doing is explaining what it is, and then there's an ongoing link which helps people use Juice Plus in many different ways and highlights it and get the results in a very compliant way, but gives you more bang to your buck, if you like. It gives you more things to do with it. So that's me. If anyone's got any questions, put them in the chat. Thank you very much.
Sue, thank you so much. That was absolutely incredible, as always. I mean, I'm the biggest fan of Juice Plus products. I think we're so used to how good they make us feel, but we forget all this fine detail of like really how good they are. And thank you so much for reinforcing all those amazing facts. So please, guys, please put in the chat a big thank you to Sue, and also what your top takeaway was from that amazing presentation. So thanks again, Sue. So our next speaker is Irene Babalola. I think I've got that right. And Irene is an EMD. So I'm going to tell you Irene's story. So, and you can see what an amazing superwoman she is by the time I finish talking. So, so this is what she says. I was born and I grew up in Nigeria, where I started my education and pursued it to a degree level before leaving to join my partner in England. I have since completed a degree in events and entertainment management. I've done a variety of jobs. She's done a lot before the Juice Plus business opportunity came my way. And since I started back in 2016, I have not looked back. I am EMD and pursuing PMD. It has been a positive, life-changing experience for me and my family in every way. And I also enjoy writing and have worked in film production. Well, I am married with 4 children, and amongst the 4 is my only princess in the family, who is 6 months old. So amongst all that, she's got a 6-month-old baby, another 3. And my daily and she's going to be talking about my daily focus to make a fortune. Irene, are you there? Is Irene there?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't know I was
muted. Thank you. Take it away.
How are you?
All good, thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on board. Thank you to James as well for having me on board. Yeah, she said it all about me. And I just want to say a big thank you to Sue as well, because when she was just talking, the first thing she said, you know, I can relate. She said that the first thing Sue said was that we look after our cars more than we look after ourselves. And it's true. And that is what I'm starting with. We look after other people's business more than we look after our own business. So, what am I going to say to you today? I've been in this company for over 6 years. I've been in this company for over 6 years. And I've been in this company for over 6 years. Sorry about that, I muted myself. I've been in this company for over 6 years. And what am I doing? I said to myself, I want to get to PMD. How did I get to NMD? How did I get to EMD? How did I get to NMD? NMD is the pinnacle for me, was the pinnacle where I wanted to be. And now I'm there as an NMD, and I said I want to get to PMD, which is another milestone for me in this business. Looking back from where I'm coming from, it's easy for me to say when I was NMD and say, oh my God, I'm NMD. If only I'd worked hard, I would have been PMD as at when I was NMD. But I got to take a step back to realize that things does not work that way. If you want to build a business, then you have to know that everything takes time. For some people, like I have some members that join the business, it doesn't, you just go like that. You can get to where it has taken me 3 years to get to, it can take you less than a year to get to. I'm not saying it's not possible, but what I'm saying is the long-term plan. So I say to myself, what are my long-term plans? Yes, I'm I'm EMD. Did I rush into being EMD? No, I did not rush there. I had the plan. So it's the same plan that I've put in place that is taking me to my PMD. But I said to myself, growing your business is just like a career. It's just like a school you go to. I want to become a social worker. I'm not just going to come up and just be a social worker the next day. No, I'm going to go through a process. I want to get to PMD. I'm not going to just bang it just like that. Then it's not genuine. It's not solid. Nobody is going to take you if you go online now and study for a day. Nobody is going to take you as a doctor. Nobody is going to take you as a nutritionist. They're not going to even take you seriously. Why they will take you seriously if you come up and you say, you know what, I've been to this study, I've been to that study, I've done this, I've got this degree, and this is what I can do. And they will not even believe you until you even prove it. You show them what you have done. Then they will believe you. And do you know what is the most difficult thing? Is getting that one person that you can use as your case study. That one person is getting that person. So how did you get that person? Are you going to start taking that person by saying, oh, come, let's build business together. This Juice Plus business is so, if you rush them into it, they are going to rush out. So that is what I have seen now. Because it's good. We want to get there. We want to get there. I was in a place in Juice Plus where my income was, I'm not here to tell you about what I was getting, but way, way more than what I have ever done. That was my monthly, as in what I have put into work that was coming to my account. And I said to myself, I'm still in that place to build even more than that. How did you do it? Going back to the drawing board. Going back to how sweet, how persistent, how hungry I want to get this. If I say, okay, let me say it from the place of talking to myself again. I'm not a Juice Plus member now, and I want to be doing Juice Plus. What do I want to do? I want to know the compensation plan. I want to know the products. I want to know how I can market my product. And how do I do this? Go on the virtual office. There is a lot of videos you can watch and train yourself how to do this. There are even words to words people have used in the past that have worked that is there. If you can come and discuss, you say, oh, have you seen that series? Oh my God, it's trending. It's on Netflix. Every day you're going there, you're watching the series and it has built in your head. And before somebody will tell you, good morning, my neighbor, you know what to respond to them. You know where that face comes from. Before somebody will tell you, just like, how do they put it in one of these films that I've watched? When I say it, everybody knows that's the film you're talking about. What about when Sue was talking? There are things she said, were you able to pick that? Okay, that is from Juice Plus. Can you tell yourself, can you boldly come out and say, you know what, I'm doing this business. I said this excuse, when you want to give excuse, you can say, oh, I'm not as knowledgeable. No, there are things these days, everything is there. If you cannot read it, you can listen. If you cannot practice by studying, you can practice by hearing. So what I'm doing now to better myself is going back to make myself, I want to get to PMD. And I have a time frame to do that. I'm not going to get there. I'm not telling you, I'm not going to get to PMD in 2 months' time. No, I have a time frame. I'm getting there, but I want to get there solid. I want to get there solid. I have people that I need for them to be NMDs. I need people to be EMDs. I need somebody to not even just want to be PMD as I'm doing PMD. And they say, wow. And you know what? You look back to your business and you say, yes, I've made this right. And what am I going to do in the process? I'm gathering my videos again. I'm sharing my stuff on Instagram. I DM people. I send people messages on Messenger, even though my Messenger is a bit trickish at the moment because Facebook think I've sent so much message and they have stopped me. So that is what I also need to do. I also need to understand more of Facebook. And that is why I'm telling you what I'm saying to myself, I'm saying to you, how much can you go for your message to become like you're trapping yourself. You can't move forward. You need to know that. So I'm doing more messaging, talking to people, coming out, showing up on my page, you know, building, giving people that trust that, you know what, whatever I'm discussing with you is not out there. Whatever you're doing with me is not out there. So this is what I'm doing to change my business. I'm not in my business, in my school of my business. So you can call it your school of your business, because as you're doing this, you give yourself time. It's easy for you to grow somebody's business. You know why? Because they are paying you. It's difficult to grow your business, but if you have that mind focus and you say, you know what, I don't want to end up getting to that retirement age and I have to want to go for holiday, I'm for going here and there, asking the kids, asking this person to bring money. This is the time you make your sacrifice. In life, for you to get something, get hold of something, you sacrifice. If I tell you, I've made sacrifice getting to EMD, and where I am now, I'm happy. If the time is taking me to get here, I'm happy. And now going forward to my next position, I am building again, and I am seeing it growing again. I am seeing it growing again. There's a time in every business you get to that stage where you say, you know what, this is what I want to do. And you start pursuing it. You don't look at any side talk. All you focus on is how genuinely I want to grow my business. And that is what I'm doing. And that is what I will be encouraging a lot of us today to do. Nobody can grow your business for you. You can grow your business yourself. No, you like, if you say, okay, you want to get to PMD today, and they say, okay, Juice Plus has made it open that you can sell your way to PMD. How many products do you need to sell to get to PMD? If you need 100 customers, let's be realistic. If you want to make big money, then you have to give him big. So if you need 100 customers to get to PMD, can you get 100 customers today? No. It's not possible. You can't get 100 customers today. Even the big establishments, when they need something, they can't get it immediately. What do you need to do? You have to do it day by day. You have to start gathering these customers. You have to start building. So that is the focus I want. What I want us to focus on now is that you, if you're in this business and you feel, I want to grow this business, focus on telling yourself, what do I need to get to this place? And what you need to get to this place, see it as a journey, as a school. Just like you spend time in your place of work, 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever hours you're working, bring it to your business. Your business, you need your business more than your business needs you. It's not going to show now. Like what I'm doing today, I'm telling you, in 6 years' time from now, you will see another Irene. I'll be singing another language. Close to you, see that, oh, PMD Plus, you see other things will come up. And you're like, oh my God, I remember 6 years ago, she was speaking and she talked about it like this. All we need to do is to be focused, to be patient, build your business and give yourself time to grow. I'm going to be PMD, I'm going to be PMD Plus, but one at a time. I'm working towards PMD, and I'm telling you what I'm doing differently is growing in my school of my customers and my team members, being friends with people again, telling those people that this is what you can do, not in a rush, loving on them to join my business, showing them what is possible, what I have achieved from the business. If you've not achieved anything from the business, that is why you have to walk yourself to the top where you will start achieving something so you can show out and tell somebody, this is what I'm doing, this is what the business has done for me. And trust me, if you're a partner here, it can take you a month to get to Partner Plus. It can take you 5 months to get to Partner Plus. But let me tell you, it's a journey. Getting there in 5 months and getting there in a month, I will tell you, if you focus by going online, it will make you stronger. So I don't want to say too much, and because we have other speakers that will be coming on board, but marry your business. That is all I want to say to you. Marry your business. Thank you.
Oh, that was absolutely amazing, Irene. Thank you so, so much. I love that. Marry your business. That is just, yeah, that's what we need to do. And, you know, amazing tips. Again, can you please pop in the chat what your takeaway was? And also a big, big thank you to Irene.
I think Irene has a guest.
Oh, Irene, have you got a guest there that you'd like to
Yeah.
on?
I've got my lovely Ejiro here. It took me 6 years to get to where I am, and why I want to bring her up is that it's taking her less than it took me. So just to show people that this business is possible, you can put your effort and your effort will show for you. Everybody has got their strength. So Ejiro came in and smashed it to NMD in about a year. So I want to bring her on board to speak.
Wow.
Ezra, please, can you unmute
Hello.
yourself? Are you there?
Yeah,
I can see you.
I've done that. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, Irene, thank you so, so much. Like, I am inspired over again. This is awesome. Thank you guys, everyone that has put this together. And my name is Ejiro. I'm a mom of 5 and I live in Sweden. Just quickly, because I know that I have just a few minutes. I know that my boss lady wants me to just explain to you how I have been able to run my business and make it possible in just a few years. I would say this: do not be afraid of strangers. I begin with that because this lovely lady, Irene, who has become more than a sister to me today, was a total stranger about 2 years ago. I never knew her. She contacted me on Facebook and I took the chance and said yes. And I started with this business, you know, marrying my business as she has taught me, you know, self-developing myself, not being afraid to reach out there to people that I actually have never met from nowhere before. And I feel that is the basis networking. So I think us being able to away that fear and going for what we want has been that super secret for me to get where I am. And in a year, I was able to hit the pinnacle position, NMD, in this business, being the first African NMD in Scandinavia. And it's not just happening from, you know, loving what you do. It's, you can love as much as you want, but if you don't do the work, if you don't put in the work, nothing happens. And that is where the shift begins. So I just want to encourage everyone, just as myself, do not let anything limit you. Do you work full-time? You've got no excuse. I work full-time. I have a full-time job, I have a big family, yet I'm able to run my business and get that goal that I put for myself to achieve. So I just want to say it is possible. I did it. Anyone can do it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening.
Thank you so, so much, ladies. I mean, what, both of you, absolute huge inspirations. And the fact that you've got to NMD in like 12 months is absolutely fantastic. And I love that. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers. And you know, you've got the history because of what happened with you. So that's absolutely brilliant. So guys, go after what you want and don't be afraid to talk to strangers, and let's all get up to that pinnacle position, just like these two amazing ladies here. So thanks again so much. Right, now we're moving on to another superwoman. We've got our absolutely gorgeous Santa Benga, who is an NMD in the Juice Plus company. And I'll just read a little bit about her. So Santa has been in the business for almost 3 years. She hit NMD in 13 months. Sounds impressive, but that was pure excitement and energy. And she says herself, the work has only just began. And since then, she has built and rebuilt an incredible community of women. Her mission is to help more women around the world to believe in themselves. So lead with a mission and not with your commission. I love that. And enjoy the ride. It goes up and down, but nothing in life worthwhile will ever stay up. So Santa is going to be sharing with us today how to master the art. Sorry, I'll start again. Master the art of network marketing. So Santa, are you there?
Yes, Paula, thank you for such a kind introduction. I'm super, super excited to be here. Thank you, James, for putting these on. Thank you, ladies who shared before. I'm super honored to share this topic of mastering the art of network marketing. And I'm going to be honest, when James asked me to speak about this topic, I was like, James, what the hell do you want me to talk about? And I was quite like, I'm not sure I'm quite there. Have I mastered the art of network marketing? But what I'm going to say, you know, I do truly believe it's a journey, you know, and I'm still on this journey of mastering the art of network marketing. But I'm very privileged just to share a couple of my points, what have really, really helped me to master the art. And I truly call myself network marketing professional. I do see this as a full-time career. I am full-time in this business, and yes, like Paula said, I did reach the pinnacle position of National Marketing Director in 13 months, which was amazing. But honestly, guys, I was, you know, so naive. I think I was like a child, you know, in a candy shop. Nothing would have stopped me. And then I realized, you know, you also need to master the art of network marketing to go further on. So before we start, I just want to ask one question. Before you joined your network marketing business, did you know anything about network marketing? If you can put number 1 if you did, number 2 in the chat if you didn't know. I did not know anything about network marketing. I was not taught in school. So I went to school in Latvia. You probably can hear from my accent. I'm originally from Latvia, but I've been living in UK for the last 17 years. And I can see it's a little bit of a mixture. Some people did know network marketing, some people didn't. So what is the art of network marketing? There are so many things that I can talk to you about. I can talk about DMO, I can talk about, you know, Facebook Lives, I can talk about mindset, etc. But I'm going to share with you 3 things that I truly believe are so important. And once you master these things, you will get your DMO done and you will always be motivated. Number 1, you need to have a clarity. You need to know exactly what you want to achieve from your network marketing business. Without a clarity, you will never do your DMO. You will never be consistent and you will never turn up. For me personally, I remember my first convention. It was quite small convention. It was like a small event near Coventry. It was back in 2019 in May. I turned up a senior partner. I was 6 weeks in the business. I was super scared. So anybody who's been to event, put in a chat, yes. I love events. Events are where network marketing is made. And I saw these people on a stage and I thought, I can do it. If they can do it, so can I. I made a vision. My clarity, I was so clear what I wanted. I wanted to be an NMD. And all I could see is my little boy's face. And I know I've got a child, but he's not little, he's 15 years old. But I could see his face going and saying, Mummy, I'm so proud of you. And the only reason I hit NMD in 13 months, because my clarity, my goal was so clear. I wanted to hear these words, I'm so proud of you. And let's be honest, so many people laugh at you when you start network marketing. And yes, one of these people was actually my little boy who was 12 at that time. He was like, what the hell are you doing? This is so embarrassing. You've got a job. What are you doing? But I could see that I want freedom. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be a mum at home. And I had this super successful business. I was a director in recruitment. And from outside, I was super successful. But inside, I just wanted to be a mum at home. I wanted to travel the world. So have a super clear clarity. You need to know exactly what you want to do in your network marketing business and why. Because if you're not going to have a why, you will never do your DMO. You need to know exactly who you want to help, who you want to speak to, who do you want in your business. Do you want negative people in your business or positive people? Do you want people like you in your business or not? If you answered no, I don't want people like me in your business, then you need to change. Maybe you need to become a little bit better version of you. You need to read more books. You need to be more positive, and you need to be more disciplined. Because the only reason you're going to say, I don't want people like me in the business, is because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But having that clear goal will really help you to reach your goals. So many people say, well, I lack motivation. And I want to prove you wrong, because motivation is never the problem, it's the clarity. If you're going to have a clarity, you will also be motivated. So many people say, oh yeah, but I can't be bothered. I can't wake up early. So let's imagine tomorrow, Simon and Tamila calls everybody and says, hi, James, hi, Julie, hi, Linda, hi, Caroline, you have won holiday to, I don't know, Bali or wherever you want to go. But the only trick is you need to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning in airport. So you want to tell me that you will lack motivation? No, you will get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to be on that flight. So the motivation is never the problem. And the reason why you could get up early in the morning, because you had a clear goal. You need to be in airport to take that flight. So people who say, I lack motivation, I think you only lack clarity in your life and you don't know what you want. And that is the reason you're not going to make these moves. Okay, let's move to number 2. So let's put in a chat number 4 if you have ever done this. Hear me out. You know exactly what you need to do, but you don't do it. You know that eating pizzas is not healthy, but you still do it. You know that people say you need to attend events, but you don't go to events and you make excuses. I haven't got money, I haven't got this. So we all done it. I can see a lot of force. Listen, I'm one of these people as well. I know exactly what is healthy and not healthy. Do you think I'm healthy all the time? 80% of the time, I am healthy. 20% of the time, I'm not. So what is the reason why we don't do what we're supposed to do? And that's accountability. And we come into this business and put in a chat, yes, if you came into the business for the reason you wanted to be your own boss, you did not want anybody to tell you what to do. I was the person, I was like, I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do. I'm going to join Juice Plus, I'm going to run my franchise, I'm going to be super successful, and I don't need anybody to tell me blah, blah, blah what to do. Yes, that was me. I didn't want to have a boss. But what I realized in my network marketing career, that I also need to be accountable, because without accountability, we're not going to go and achieve anything. So let me give you a little example. So I'm currently training to be a level 3 personal trainer. I've done my level 2, so I'm actually qualified personal trainer, but I go to the gym only with a personal trainer. So I've got a personal trainer who trains me 4 times a week. Why? Because my results will be so much better if I make myself accountable. If I'm going to go on my own, I will slack probably some of the times. But we are a business. We need to remember, it doesn't matter if you run your business part-time, full-time, spare time, all the time, you need to still treat this as a business. So let's be honest, why McDonald's is so super successful. They probably know exactly how many burgers they sold last night. They know everything. They make themselves accountable. They write down their numbers. So I personally, I'm accountable to my accountability person, who is Fraser Brooks. He's network marketing coach and trainer, and he's definitely have helped me to grow and master the art of network marketing. And I send him my numbers of what I did in my business every single day for nearly a year and a half. I did miss one day and I was mortified. I was absolutely mortified, the fact that I missed one day, but it has made me grow. And the reason we also need to be accountable, I'm going to share another little example that you're going to go, oh yeah, that's true. Again, I don't want to be negative because we're all positive, but just imagine tomorrow you receive a phone call, somebody very close to your heart is quite poorly. And maybe they need extra help, which is finances. And I can bet you £100 that from tomorrow, you would make a decision and you would do whatever it takes to help that person. Reason why? Because for other people, we do more for ourselves. And it's funny that we always say we want all this freedom for ourselves, but sometimes I think it's a little bit of bullshit. Sorry if there's any kids listening, but we do for others more than for ourselves. So having that accountability person will help you grow. Somebody you can send your numbers, maybe do like a group chat in your team, maybe use your upline or upline's upline or sideline and just say, listen, I want you to call me out on the days that I don't do what I said I will do, and that will help you grow and do more activity. For example, in our team, we have a girls who use WhatsApp, and we only send a photo of our, accountability sheets. We don't talk there, we just send our numbers. And I know for a fact so many girls said, looking at other people's, we also step our game because we go, well, if she can do it, I can also do it. So accountability is extremely important. So don't be a cheerleader, but be a real leader. You need to lead from a front and you need to show up as a real leader and not just cheer your guys on. Okay, number 3, extremely important, this one. It's courage. You need to have a courage to turn up every single day, even when nobody's watching. You need to have a courage when people are going to laugh in your face and say, it's not going to work. You need to have a courage to win, because success is simple, but it's not easy. It takes courage for you not to give up. It takes courage to listen all the negative comments. Last couple of months, I'm not going to lie, I've been having a lot of hate comments and a lot of hate, and it hurts. And you will also have hate. And it's funny, we will receive 100 nice messages and 1 hate message, but all we're going to concentrate is on hate. But it's your choice to concentrate on hate or love. So if I've decided, it will make me stronger and I will concentrate on the love. But it takes courage to not give up. It takes courage every single day to do your DMO. It takes courage. Everybody who's NMD and above, it took them courage to get there, but never ever give up. You will get there. And the last not least, I just want to share something with you, a little story about me. So many times you probably hear, you got lucky. Maybe if you received your first bonus or second bonus or third, so many people are gonna, first, they're gonna hate you and they're gonna say and laugh in your face. And then they're gonna say, oh, you got lucky. On 18th of January this year, I was super excited because I was taking trip to Dubai. I went to Emirates and I'm checking in and I'm giving my passport and everything else. I'm super excited because I'm going for like a mastermind retreat with Fraser Brooks. I've invested a lot of money in my self-development and everything, and I'm super excited. But this lady on check-in, she goes, ooh, did you know that your passport needs to be valid for 6 months? I go, yeah, I do. Last couple of months, we obviously know with COVID, all we check is, have we got PCR tests? Have we got this? So I had all my tests and everything done. In my head, my passport was valid 6 months, and I thought it's till July, but it was actually till June. So when she says me, your passport is valid 5 months and 25 days, it broke my heart. So I go, well, what can we do? She goes, okay, let me just check with Dubai border control. We'll see what we can do. So I sit in airport waiting for 40 minutes. Obviously, I invested so much money to get to this Dubai. And I'm waiting 40 minutes and she comes back and says, sorry, you are not flying to Dubai today. It nearly broke my heart. I turn around and I say, thank you. And I start walking out of airport, devastated. It was heartbreaking. But something happened. And I said, Santa, are you going to give up so easily? You want to be there. I had a clear goal in my head. I could see myself in Dubai. My clarity was so crystal clear. I looked at my phone and I thought, what can I do? As I said, I'm Latvian. I still got Latvian passport. I'm not illegal immigrant. Jokes aside, I am legal here. Everything is fine, but I don't know why I've not got a British passport. Anyway, so I look for flights to Latvia and I can see in 7 hours there is flight to Latvia. Without knowing how I'm going to get this done, I go to Ryanair and I just say, I need this flight. She goes, okay. I book the flight, I check in, everything is fine. I sit down and I go, okay, what can I do next? And I did this live video on my social media. I was very vulnerable. I actually told them, listen, I'm asking for help. You know, can anybody help and get this done? I've got 2 days to get my passport done. Without having an appointment with passport office, everybody goes, nah, you're not going to get it done. It takes 2 days to get your passport done. Nah, you're not going to get it done. It takes 3 days. No, there is such a queues in passport office. You're just not going to get it done. But in my head, I can see myself in Dubai. So I board my flight to Latvia. Some amazing friends in Latvia helped me with accommodation. They picked me up from airport. And one girl found me an appointment the next day at 10:30. The first, she said, I've got one, but it's really far away at 2 o'clock. I said, I don't care. I will travel wherever I need to get this passport done. So I got to Latvia. I've got people who pick me up and help me. And I go to passport office and I say, will my passport be ready this same day? They go, yeah, come back at 3:20. I also needed new PCR test to fly to Dubai, but I couldn't do the night before because I've got my old passport and they need the new passport details. Everybody says PCR test takes 24 hours. I said, you just watch me. I'm going to get this done. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you to death. That night, 23:25, I go to Air Baltic and I check in for flight to Dubai. And they give me my ticket and go, happy flight. I broke down in tears. It wasn't the fact going to Dubai means so much, but the one thing I realized is not giving up. I was not ready to give up. And you know what people said? Santa, you got lucky. I said, it's nothing to do with luck. I was persistent and I didn't give up. Your network marketing business, people will laugh at you, but keep on going. But once you get there, they will say you got lucky. It's nothing to do with luck. But please, guys, if you got clarity, if you're going to find yourself accountability, and if you got the courage, you will succeed in network marketing. Thank you so much. My name is Santa Banga. If you can tag me on Instagram and just share one thing that you can take away from this, I would appreciate. And before we go, I've got one girl who wants to share her story. Her name is Ilva. She's quite new to the business. She's quite nervous. But Ilva, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, darling.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm very, very nervous. I have some notes with me because I'm afraid to forget something. Yeah, one more time. Hello, everyone. I hope you have amazing Saturday. will share my story in business. I'm not here a long time. Yeah, my name is Ilva. I'm Latvian. But more than 4 years, I'm living here in UK, and I'm based in a beautiful city, Ramsgate, Kent. I'm single mom of 2 and a cat boy. I joined this business 4 months ago. I think, yeah, it's even less than 4 months. I never been in network marketing before. I joined because I wanted to try something new in my life, because my day-to-day was my kids, school, another work, and I just give a go to this business. And I haven't regret absolutely any day since I joined this business. It's been amazing adventure with amazing people around me every single day, and healthy journey with healthy projects. Yeah, and I'm happy help to people to improve their health and to give chance to join me and to start their own business as well, of course. And I'm getting a lot of good and positive things from this network marketing, like I'm stepping out of, not just out of my shoes every day, but out of my comfort zone as well. And today, this is very big step for me. I'm really nervous, but I need to do it, yeah, because if I will stay in comfort zone, I can't grow. I won't learn new things. I will just stay there and I won't change nothing in my life. I can see that I'm capable to do many new things. I'm learning a lot of new things in our business about network marketing, about our system, about another people I'm following to successful people. And one of my favorite persons is Santa, of course. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sant. And yes, I can see how I'm growing like person, like woman in this business every single day. It's not just business, it's more than business, it's something more deeper. I have a lot of new women friends, and I never thought that I will be on contact with another girls from another cities in such a good contact, close contact. Yeah, and of course I can earn extra money for myself, for my kids, and I love what I'm doing, and I know this is amazing chance to change my life, and what already changed a lot in those 4 months. And I will keep going, and I will keep reach my goals. And I want to say to all of you, just believe in yourself and let magic happen. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, darling. Love you.
Oh, thank you, ladies. Absolutely amazing. Good morning, everybody. Santa, I am like your biggest fan. When I saw that he was on the call today, I was like, yes, got my notepad and pen ready. And you know, clarity, accountability, courage, 3 of the main things in our business. We absolutely love that. And I really, really love, don't be a cheerleader, be a real leader. Very, very good. Thank you so much. And Ilva, you was amazing. No need to be nervous. You was incredible. So good morning, everybody, and I think I'm going to hand straight over to James.
Yes, you are. And so good morning, everyone. It's my enormous pleasure, because Paula's finished now as host, and Zara's the next host, but obviously, you know, Zara's the next speaker, so I'm going to introduce her. But firstly, I just want to say what an unbelievable privilege it is to be on this call today. I mean, I know I've organized it, right? But I am writing so many notes, and I just think the quality and the standard of what is being presented here is absolutely phenomenal. So I just want to give a big shout out to Sue, Irene and Santa. I mean, honestly, what everyone has presented this morning has just been mind-blowing. I don't know, I mean, if you have been writing notes and you've really been enjoying this so far, please put your impressions down in the chat, because I mean, look, I've been involved for 33 years and I'm just sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm so excited by listening to this, because what we've got here is life changing. And what we've got here is people stepping up to the plate with so much courage and creativity. And I just love it. Anyway, I mustn't rattle on too much, but I just got to tell you, I'm so excited. All right. So it's my enormous pleasure now to introduce Sara Moohan to you. Now, I mean, look, Sara is incredible. I mean, you know, everyone I talk to says Sara is incredible. I mean, you are, Sara, absolutely amazing. You're such an inspiration to so many people. Anyway, Sara is a national marketing director, and she has been in the juice bus business for 4.5 years, but I think it's longer than that now. But anyway, we'll say 4.5 years. She works a business around being a full-time mummy to 2 amazing children. And she says that the top key to her success is consistency and mindset training. And I think we can just see that every day through your posting, the way you are. Incredible. So it's my enormous pleasure to welcome to the stage, Sara. We are so privileged to have you with us today. And the floor is yours.
Oh, James, that's so kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks to James for arranging these calls every single month, because I absolutely love them. There's, you know, incredible content. And I think they're timed very well, smack bang at the beginning of the month, because they give us the inspiration we need to go and take on the new month. So welcome, everybody. And I hope you are enjoying the call as much as I am this morning. So today I am going to talk to you about flying with a 90-day game plan. I'm a huge fan of these. I think I probably bore my team to the back teeth with DMOs and 90-day game plans. But firstly, what is a 90-day game plan? It's about applying full power and focus to your goals and taking all out massive action to see some massive results. So who can agree that no matter what training call or what event that you go to, the one thing that tends to come up consistently is consistency? Everywhere. That's what everyone always says, you know, see good results in your business. That's when, you know, be consistent. And ultimately, that is the goal of your 90-day game plan, is to remain consistent every single day for 3 months, no matter what. And that's the hard part, obviously, no matter what. And you know what? It's something that Paula actually says, is when you feel like you're getting into a bit of a rhythm and life smacks you across the face. And I think we all have that all the time, don't we? We feel like we're doing well with something and then a problem arises or something happens. And for me, a 90-day game plan is about committing to, no matter what happens, I'm going to prioritise my business because I want to see some really good results. So who went to Liverpool last weekend, or who watched it live? What an amazing day it was. Absolutely loved it. But we obviously heard the announcement there that our next convention is in London. And if you can't tell from my lovely accent, I am from London. Not that you could probably tell, but you can just imagine the excitement when we heard that the convention was in London. You know, it's my 6th year of Juice Plus this year. And every single time anywhere close to us. So we literally went wild when we heard that it was in London. And for me, this was definitely a huge kick up the bum. For a lot of my team as well, this is the motivation that we needed. You know, what could be more exciting? Of course, when a convention's coming up, it gives us that excitement and momentum that we want to really see some great results. We want to be on that stage. Who wants to be on stage at the next convention? Everyone, I hope. And for us to think, right, it's in London, we've got to do this. So it's just giving us a real kick up the bum. So what we've done when we got back from Liverpool, I messaged all of my team in all my groups to see if anyone wanted to join me on a 110-day challenge, which just so happens to be obviously the amount of days from the On Fire event until when we got to London. And obviously the whole idea behind this is that we go all out, 110% for 110 days and get onto that London stage. I created a separate group for this. just one over on Facebook, and there's only 10 of us in there, which is absolutely fine, because I was really quite, I don't know if strict's the right word, but I really wanted this to be an environment for people who are willing to go all out, you know, a space for people who are ready to give it 110%. And it's absolutely fine if you're not at that stage. People are at different stages in their business, but I really want this to be a group for people who are really ready to motivate and inspire and encourage each other. And it's been just that. I'm really proud of it already. I'm getting great feedback from this group. We are, and it links into what Santa was saying earlier, you know, we've got these accountability partners, and at the end of every single day, we're all posting in there, crossing off our grid board, you know, day 3, day 4, with our DMOs. Yeah, that's in my team. With our DMOs every single day. And the amount of people that have already said to me, do you know what, we're loving this group, it's really helping me feel accountable. So that's just a little idea for everybody who is thinking of starting a 90-day game plan. So you can ask around in your team, with your uplines, with your sidelines, and see if anybody wants to buddy up with you and say, look, I really want to start this 90-day challenge. It's actually 105 days from today till till the convention, in case you're wondering. But you know, if you find someone that wants to buddy up with you, those 105 days are going to absolutely fly by. So who wants to hit their next promotion in time for May? Show me lots of comments. What position would you like to be at our next convention? Put it out there. I am SC, I am QNMD. Bring them at me. Let's go. Brilliant. So who is willing to put the work in every single day? And something Olivia Measures said last week, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to be a beast. And it's so true. You're going to have to make those sacrifices, and you're going to have to really give it your all. But if that is you, and it might only be a small percentage of people on the call, but if that is you, then a 90-day game plan is going to be perfect for you. My first ever 90-day game plan, I went from SC to SSC in 90 days. I'm pretty sure John Holobotti says that he's done the same in 90 days, SC to SSC. So we know they work. The proof is in the pudding. So let's get on to the how-to. Get your pens out. So firstly, how to get started. Step 1 is to write your goals down. And again, you know, Santa touched on it, and it's no coincidence that you hear the same thing from different people, because these are things that are tried and tested, and we know that they work. So write down your goals and really dig deep and make them meaningful for you. And what that's going to do on the days when you are struggling, you've got your goals in front of you. And something that Damien Brennan says, your goals have got to be bigger than any obstacle that comes your way. And I absolutely love that, because it doesn't matter for me if my day takes a downhill turn, or, you know, something bad happens, because I've got my goals literally stuck here in front of me on my vision board, right here, somewhere nice, sunny and hot. So those are the things that's going to keep me going on the days when I'm really struggling. So write them out and stick them up somewhere you can see them every single day. You can print a picture of you on the stage. You can go and get your new promotion picture, or if you're like me, you can go and get your trophy, which I love. I sit here like a crazy woman every morning visualising myself on the stage. My partner thinks I've completely lost the plot. I've got my crystals around me and my sage out, but I'll try anything. Whatever it takes to get on that stage. But do a vision board specifically for these 90 days. Obviously, you might have your long-term vision board, you know, what you want to achieve in 5-10 years. But for this, do this 90 days, what you want to achieve. It doesn't have to be just business. You could do health goals, fitness goals, finances, family, relationships, travel, income related. What do you want to be earning? You know, if the position you hit comes with a £1,000 bonus, what are you going to spend that on? Is it a holiday? You know, whatever it is, smack it right bang in front of you, and go and get yourself a trophy as well. So step 2 is to do your 110-day grid, or sorry, 90 days, whatever it is for you, and stick it somewhere that you can see it, and make sure, like, you know, these things just work better if you've got someone doing it with you. I've done my 90-day game plans alone a lot of the time. They do still work, of course, but just like Santa said, you know, if you've got someone that at the end of the day you're committed to sending them, you ticking off your box every day, it just makes you push yourself a bit harder. And again, it creates almost a little bit of like healthy competition too. Again, like Santa said, you know, when you see someone else posting their completed DMO and their grid, you're like, God, I better really pull my socks up today because I'm not going to not do mine. And then step 3 is your DMO. Again, something that I drone on about all the time, probably what I'm most well known for. I love the DMO. I just feel completely lost without mine. But you know what you want to achieve, you know how long you're going to be committing it for, you've got your buddy, you've got your group to keep you going, so now it's time to focus on how are you going to achieve those goals. So small daily actions, when you complete them every single day consistently, are going to add up to huge results. And you know, I always like to recommend the book. I'm currently reading The Compound Effect, absolutely loving it, and it is just about doing those things consistently every single day. And you might think, oh, I actually messaged Miriam, I think she's on the call, and I said to her, I've been going to the gym, I'm really not seeing any results yet. And she said, how long, Sara? And I said, 13 days. And she was just, you know, couldn't cope and said, Sara, really? So it's really, again, about doing these things consistently over a long period of time, and the results will come. And at the same time, having the faith, you know what, I might not be seeing the results immediately, but I know if I carry on consistently for 90 days, I am going to get these results. So I have my DMO laminated, as always. So every single day I can obviously tick the things off that I've done. It's very satisfying if you're a loser like me. And the next day you can wipe it all clean and then you start again. And at the moment, I must say, I'm really liking my DMO. I've probably had hundreds of different ones over the years. I do adapt it. But the one I've got at the moment, I feel like it's perfect for me. It fits in around my children, it fits in around my schedule. Now this is obviously my DMO, but I have been doing this for 5 years and I do this full time. So don't look at someone else's DMO and think, oh my God, mine's only got 5 things on, because your DMO just has to be relevant to you. But I'm going to give you a few little tips on the DMO and I'm going to speed it up. So for me, I've split mine into sort of 3 different sections. Morning is like self-development. Sorry, is someone unmuted, Jane?
Sorry, I'll do that. Hang on.
Oh, that's all right. No worries. Thank you. So the morning for me is mainly about self-development. Work on your body and your mind, because how you show up, you know, is going to affect the rest of your day, and you need to set yourself up for a good day. So I preferably first thing in the morning do an hour of self-development before even looking at my phone, opening any messages, just to get myself feeling good and positive and ready for a great day to show up as your best self. So please don't skip your self-development. Please, can you just pop a comment in who does any self-development, who doesn't? I never used to. It used to seem really like out of my comfort zone, but now I do. I'm obsessed with it, and now if I don't, I'm so miserable. I think people would send me home to go and do some self-development. And then in the middle part of my day, you know, once the kids are at school, that's when I do sort of like my mini work, I call it, which is like adding, posting, you know, your live video, your reel, show your plan, checking your reports, PB posts and stuff like that. And then I make sure after school that I'm not on my phone. You don't want to burn yourself out. I'm happy to share it, Paula. Pop me a message and I'll send it over. It's nothing fancy, but I can send it over to anyone who needs it. Yeah, during the, you know, after school, I make sure I'm not on my phone, because again, that's a huge mistake that I've made, is going all out with the business and really burning myself out. So you do need to have a bit of a balance. And then in the evening is where I focus on my messaging and being in my inboxes, which for me is a huge achievement, because it's probably the one thing that I really slack on. You know, I can be guilty of, yes, I can post and go live and do this, but are you actually in your inboxes messaging and interacting with people? And in theory, as a balance, we should be doing 80% in our inboxes and only 20% really on posting. And for me, I get that mixed up a lot of the time. So just a little reminder for everyone, or at least 50-50. And when it comes to messaging and you're a bit like, what do I say? Who do I message? What do I do? Danny and Ross done an incredible presentation at the On Fire event, and Ross's book at the moment as well. One of my team's using it really successfully, but I'm loving it. It's a really simple recruiting system, but he's also got message templates in there. You know, this is who to message, this is when to message, this is how to message. And it's a simple system of adding, messaging, interacting, inviting to the business. So I would really recommend that, because I'm loving that system at the moment. So that is pretty much it. If anyone's got the link for Ross's books, please pop them in the comments. Yeah, but that is pretty much as it is it. like I said, my DMO is personal to me because it fits in around my children, around my schedule. But just make sure your DMO is personal to you. So who is ready to start their 90-day game plan, achieve their next position in time for London? And you know what? It doesn't have to be about working 20 hours a day and burning yourself out and thinking, oh, I hate Juice Plus. You don't want to get to that stage. You want to keep it fun and keep it enjoyable. And it's just about staying consistent. So lastly, because I know I'm taking too long, but I'll just quickly take a pen and paper if you've got one in front of you. And I want you to rate yourself out of 10 in all of these different topics. So number 1 is being on plan and living the health mission. Just out of 10, really quickly, we'll whiz through these. Number 2 is getting on the calls or getting to events. And number 3 is adding new people. Number 4, self-development. Number 5, live videos, the dreaded lives. Number 6 is reels. I'm really struggling with that. And number 7 is just posting. And number 8 is sharing or posting about the business. Again, not my strongest point, but I'm focusing on it. Number 9 is looking after your customers. Got to have excellent customer care. And then number 10 is messaging and building relationships, so basically being in your inboxes. So there you've got a bit of an idea of your numbers 1 to 10, which ones you're doing good in, which ones you need to focus on. And I want you to make a commitment that for the month of February, you want to improve all of those just by 1. You don't need to say, I'm going to go and do, I want to be a 10 in every area. Just say, I want to just get a little bit better at all of these. And then as you move into March, just say, right, now I'm going to get another one better in those different areas. And honestly, when you do these things, small, consistent things, improving them every single month, the difference that you'll see by December, when all you've been doing is getting a little bit better every single month, is going to be immense. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Who's ready to go all out? I'm wishing you all the best of luck. If you do start a 90-day game plan, please do tag me in it with your grids and your 90 days. I would love to see them. And yeah, if you're really ready as well and you really want to push yourself and you want to be added into that group, just pop me a message and I can get you in there. But there's no slacking, and I will click anyone out who's slacking. Brutal.
Amazing, Sara. Honestly, I mean, again, I've written so many notes and so helpful. So absolutely superb. I mean, I love your checklist scenario. I mean, only we know the answers, but
James, I've got a guest speaker as well, just really quickly, if that's okay. Christina, are you on? I hope she is. She's just going to do a quick 2 minutes on her business story, if she's on. Are you on, Christina? So let me check. Christina, if you are on, you just need to unmute yourself. I'm not sure if she is. Okay, no worries. I don't think she is. No problem at all.
How do you spell Christina? Is that?
Oh, she's here. She's here. Christina, you just unmute yourself. It's Christina with a K.
Yeah, I saw her on.
No, I don't think it's working. Okay, perhaps we can come back to her afterwards. Okay, so anyway, I've been absolutely rambling. Got a bit overly excited. Oh, she is on, we just can't hear her. Okay. Sorry, Chris. Oh, sorry, I'm talking and I'm not. Yeah, Christina, I don't think we can hear you. I don't know. I think you're unmuting, but I don't know if it's your connection or not, but it's not. We can't hear you. Maybe we'll try and come back to you after if we can sort the connection out. We're going to move on to our next guest speaker, just because he's probably got a very busy schedule this morning. But up next, we have got the amazing Rob, who is an executive marketing director. We are so excited to welcome Rob to the call. He's been in the business for 15 years, retired into the business for 10 years, more excited now than he's ever been about the future. And he's going to be talking to us about why he is so passionate about the Juice Plus company. If you're on, Rob, please unmute, hopefully. Let's have a look. 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I know he's there. I've seen him.
Oh, okay. Rob, if you could just unmute yourself, please.
He may have gone for a quick break.
I know.
No, I'm
Christina,
not. I'm here.
Christina, can we hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. Welcome, Rob.
Cool. Can everybody see me? I'll just, yeah. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. What am I supposed to say?
Rob's going to be talking to us. Rob's going to be talking to us about why he's so passionate about the Juice Plus company.
Oh, right. Okay. Should I get going then?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. So hopefully, I'm sure hopefully people can hear, but I suppose really what I saw 15 years ago made me join this business was the fact that the company allows you to dream, but also to reach your dreams. I mean, I remember saying the guys that talked to me in the business about it, you get a happy customer, you get paid for the rest of their life. I thought, wow, how powerful is that? And then I looked at the research into the products. I thought, wow, that's amazing. Everyone should take this product. So I just thought, the biggest opportunity I've in front of me of all time. I thought, this is my moment. This is my moment, you know. And because the company had put all the money into research and not celebrity endorsement, that meant they was confident about their product. So I thought, wow, I need to be a part of this, and it became my calling to get this product out and about, talk to people about it, you know. And the amazing thing about the company is, well, a lot of network marketing companies, they either go bust because the product's rubbish, it doesn't work, or if you've got a great product and they get momentum as a company, they can't cope with the growth and they go bust because of that reason. Juice Plus are a $1 billion company. You know, they've got massive potential to do what they need to be doing. So when this thing grows, we've got the potential to grow. We've got the finances in place. We've got everything in place for this thing to go through the roof, like it did in 2015 when we ran out of complete in the UK. Right. So that could have killed the business. A lot of people might not be here now if that would have happened. But what happened was they just flew a lot of American complete over. Rather than ship it on ships, they flew it over. The company didn't make any money, but they wanted to fuel the momentum we created. And that's the sort of company you're working with. You're not working for, you're aligned with a company that can cope with massive growth when it happens. Because it's going to happen again, guys. You know, it's just peaks and troughs like any business. We're now set up to fly, but this is going to be even bigger than ever. Right? This is not a new startup company. It's 50 years old. Juice Plus is 30 years old. Wow. I played golf. I know Jay Martin. I've been very lucky to meet him. So the guy has got so much vision, and the team he's got below him now, you know, Sean Hopkins, all those sort of people. They just know what they're doing. And we're in a great position now where we literally are ready to launch off. And the great thing about the company as well is, it's not about money. Most network marketing companies are about bling, cars, this and the other. Don't get me wrong. I've got nice things like that, but it doesn't really matter because you get used to them things. You got to live the mission. This company's mission is to inspire healthy living world over. I mean, Jay Martin predicted that 30 years ago, that there'd be a massive health crisis. I mean, how right was he? You know, who doesn't need our products? It reduces the risk of illness and disease. And this company that we're working with have got the potential to develop and grow quickly and supply the market as it happens. There's no other company like it. We're so blessed to have that capability, you know. So, like I said, the company's based on the right sort of model, which is in healthy living globally. And globally, I mean, we're opening markets now, massive markets globally, which like are miles bigger than we've got already, such as like the Asian market. They live and breathe network marketing, and they've got a hand-to-mouth existence, so they need this business because it's their lifeline. It's going to keep them alive. Or in this country, we're all right because we get, I mean, benefits, don't we? They haven't got benefits, so they need this business. And you can develop your business from your phone in your house and create a global, you know, empire by just working hard. And you're going to have to work hard. I told John this one before we became successful. I said, John, you're going to have to work hard anyway, so why not put the effort into this? And he listened, amazingly enough. And it's amazing the expansion now that's going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to change a lot of lives for the better. And I'm so excited that I'm part of this because it gets me out of bed thinking about that, thinking, right, I'm going to go for this. So you're with the best company in network marketing. I don't like network marketing. Our model's a little bit network marketing. It's not, I hate MLM, I hate network marketing, but our company, yes, it's got an aspect of network marketing, but it's so much more. It's a perfect business model. You can't fail in this business because it's 50 quid to join and you take a great product. The worst that can happen is you're going to become healthier. That's unbelievable. That's all it is, you know. So yeah, you don't know how lucky you are to be with this company. You don't know how lucky you are now because this COVID thing has set up a massive opportunity. Everyone's scared to death of becoming ill. They want to reduce the risk of illness and disease, and we've got a solution that can help. Simple as that.
Oh, I love that, Rob. Thanks so much. And do you know what, like you said, 30 years old, excited for the future, peaks and troughs of the business. I think a lot of people find that, don't know, hard to deal with or hard to understand. If we have this massive boom and then we have a little bit of a dip, but it's so typical of any company, isn't it?
It's normal, yeah. Businesses, peaks and troughs. You know, ultimately we're going like that as a company, but you know, but we're like that on the way. So I mean, look at it this way. 15 years ago, there was about 8 NMDs in the UK, all that in the south. I don't know, there must be 500 now. You know, that's growth, and that's going to triple in the next 5 years. Why not you?
I love that. It's so exciting. Rob, can I just ask you one last question and say, what is the best thing that you would say Juice Plus has done for you? Because you've been with the company, is it 15 years? So if you had to name the best thing Juice Plus has done for you, what would you say?
Oh, God, there's that many things. I think it's things that I take for granted, really, which is I mean, your freedom is determined by the amount of things you can walk away from, i.e., I don't have to go to work. I decide to work. It's things like that. It gives you control of your life, and yeah, and in a way, I've got used to that, and it's become normal. But thinking outside the box, that's probably what it is. I can decide. I mean, I've created a new treatment for physio, which I do part time with the guy. I couldn't have done that if it weren't for Juice Plus, you know. And so I'm doing physio because I want to do it. That's what I love doing, physio. So I had the choice to do that. I play golf 3 times a week. I don't have to use an alarm clock to get out of bed. Just things that you dream about, and this is what the company can realize your dreams. But you've got to put some effort in. But you're going to have to work anyway, whether you've got a business or a job. So why not put some effort into this? Like you created a structure for people who can listen to what you said. It's exactly what you did. 90-day game plan. Follow it, be consistent, as if you've got a boss telling you to work. Your boss is always in your head. You've got to get in your head and do what you said you're going to do. Commitments, doing the thing you said you do long after the time you said you do it. Like most people have got a boss which tells them what to do. They've got their own business, they've got bills to pay, so that motivates them to do it. But this business, for some reason, you don't take that attitude on board. You've got to have that attitude that you've got to show up to work every day, right? You've got that. I love that you did that with that sort of A4 laminated DMO. It's perfect. What a great idea that is. What a great idea. I'm going to use that myself. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Rob. I think I drive everyone mad with that. I'm literally like a lunatic with my DMO. My kids think I'm crazy as well. But do you know what, Rob? I think you're such a huge inspiration to everyone. 15 years in the business, have achieved some amazing things. And, you know, you get up on the stage and you just give us all that fire in our belly. We can see why you're so excited about the Juice Plus company in the future. And just like you said, you're excited for how many lives are going to change in the next 5 to 10 years.
Correct. That's fact. What a better, you can't ask for a better job, changing people's lives, health-wise and financially. I'm not talking about getting hot flash cars and all this sort of stuff. I'm on about just taking the pressure off, the energy bills going up and all sorts of stuff. We don't have to worry about that. People is going to be like having to turn their heating off to be able to feed the kids because we've got the the ability to help someone make an extra £400 or £500 a month, through helping people become healthy. It ticks every single box of our business.
It's so true. And I think, Rob, as well, sorry to interrupt you, but I think sometimes we can go out and think, I need to recruit, I need to do this, I need to do that. But so many people say when you change that around and think, actually, who needs this business and who can I help? It just sets your business on fire when you think of it like that, doesn't it?
Without a doubt. You've got to be consistent and, like you said, have goals, vision boards, start work every day. It's your first day at work. Get up, get motivated, do your personal development, send out the messages, posts and stuff like that, and follow up in the evening. And look, I'm an idiot and I can do it. So you lot can do it, without doubt.
Oh, Rob, you've been absolutely amazing. I was so excited when we heard that you was on the call today. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Brilliant. It's been my pleasure. Anytime.
Thank you. Everyone pop your top takeaways from Rob in the comments, please, guys. So I think we're gonna try Christina again. I've popped her a message and we're gonna see if we can get her on because she's got an amazing business story. Christina, if you just unmute yourself and we'll give it a go. I don't know why we can't hear you. We can't hear you at all, Christina. Which is a real shame. That's all right. Don't worry. We can get you back on maybe next week or next month whenever we're back on, or we'll try again in a few minutes. So I'm really sorry to report, guys, that our special final guest speaker, Lauren Roberts, today is not on the call as she is unwell. So we wish her well soon. Hope she feels better soon. I have messaged around and we've managed to get a last-minute speaker. I'm just hoping that she's ready already because I did say 11:45, so we've got a few minutes. Kelly, are you on? And are you ready? If not, I will just ramble some top tips.
Can you hear me?
Oh, thank you. Guys,
no
please.
pressure. I didn't know that I was replacing Lauren Roberts.
No, guys, please just show loads of love to Kelly in the comments. I've literally messaged her upline about half an hour ago. I was like, please.
I was in the gym.
Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. It's been incredible. She's had a really amazing journey. She's on Nesh's team. She hit QNMD last month. Her team on fire. So who better to grab last minute to share all her top tips for success with Juice Plus? Go, take it away, Kelly.
Okay, so in terms of my top tips, for me, first of all, it's about borrowing belief. I didn't have any confidence when I started this business. And so I had the amazing Nesh as my mentor, and she had so much belief in me, and she just kept telling me. So if you are mentoring someone, if you've got teamies, make sure you're telling them that you believe in them and you know that they're capable of everything that they're capable of achieving. Because if I hadn't have borrowed Nesh's belief, I don't know whether I would have carried on. So if you are struggling with self-confidence, talk to your mentor. They'll tell you all of your amazing strengths and that will get you through. So borrow belief, be a product of the product. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Sara. So Nesh shared Sara's story. I know I drunkenly told you how much I love you and how grateful I am at Harrogate, but I'm just going to tell you sober how grateful I am that you shared your journey, because it was your story that Nesh had shared, and that's why I came onto the products. And I thought, I'm going to have a journey like Sara's and I'm going to share that with everyone. And hopefully, I didn't know why I joined the business, but I just thought if I can help someone feel as dreadful as I did, feel as good as I did in a relatively short time, then that would be an amazing thing. And that's just what I've kept going. I just want to help people that felt as dreadful as I did feel as amazing as I do now. And if you're a product of the product, not only are you feeling better, but you've got so much content. Like, you're never going to sit there with your phone going, oh, what should I post about? You're always going to have content because you are having it for breakfast, you're having it for lunch. You know, you've got your children on the chewables because you're on the capsules. Like for me now, I've lost just over 4.5 stone and I'm now like on a fitness journey. I hated the gym and Performs enabled me to love the gym because it's so much easier to work out, and the recovery is so much quicker. So like yesterday I did 2 classes. Today I was booked in for 3 classes. I've just ducked out of one so that I could come on and do this. And I would never, in my 20s, I couldn't even do that. So I'm sharing that, I'm shouting about it, and it just makes my content really, really easy. So I 100%, you know, people want my energy, they want my weight loss results, they want that I'm no longer a tired mum, they want all of that, and that's what they come to me with. I'm a firm believer about telling your story, but telling people about how the products are making you feel. So I don't harp on all the time about the 4.5 stone. I talk about the fact that I didn't want to be in photographs. And so I haven't got as many photographs as I would like to have had with my daughter. And I regret that. But so many people will contact me and go, oh my God, that's me. Like, and I need to speak to you about that. I talk about how in lockdown, we're really lucky. We live right by the sea, 5-minute walk. Even though there was hardly anybody about, I used to make an excuse to my daughter why mummy forgot her swimming costume every single day because I couldn't go into the sea with my daughter. I'd only be able to paddle so far. I probably looked more of a Wally in my clothes in the sea, but I didn't have the confidence to be in a swimming costume. I share that story. The amount of women that contact me that do not feel comfortable being in the UK in a swimming costume is incredible. So share those stories, not just the before and after pictures. Do your DMO consistently. Like if we were a shop, you wouldn't decide like to open your shop door on like 3 days of the week and not bother to rock up the other 4 days of the week. It would be too costly to your business, and your customers would be thinking, is she open today? Isn't she open today? So it's really important to do it consistently every single day. And from like my perspective, I try and get on at least 3 to 4 DMO calls every single week, because it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. Like I've been in the business 14 months, but you can guarantee on the DMO calls I've been on this week, I would have learned something new. Like social media changes all the time. We learn new techniques all the time. So make sure you're getting on the calls, not just thinking, I know how to do a DMO, I'm just going to, you know, do it on my own. It's much more fun, and you will learn so much more getting on those calls. Get on the calls. I'm on the call every night. Before this business, I was sat on my sofa, I was on my phone, scrolling with no purpose, and I was watching crap on telly. So now I haven't watched the TV for about a year. I don't need to. We've got much better content. I don't need to be on the telly, watching the telly. So I get on the calls all the time, and you just never know what you are going to hear in that call that's going to propel your business. And I know for a fact that Santa Benga had done a call, and I listened to it twice. So the first time I listened to it, I took from that I needed a buddy. And so I went to Emma Leyland and I said, Emma, please can you help me? I would like to have a buddy. She gave me a buddy, and then we implemented a buddy system. The next time I listened to the call and I played it back, I heard accountability group. So I went and set up an accountability group with my buddy. We put our teamies together, and in the accountability, so this is 2 other, I guess, separate tips. Go and get yourself a business buddy that wants the same goals and that you're going to drive and push each other. The next one is maybe set up an accountability group. So it's literally a WhatsApp group. We give our teamies the option to go into this group. And at the end of every day, they list the DMO activity that they've done. If they don't do it 2 days in a row, they're removed from the group, and then everyone else just stays in. But it's made everyone push that extra bit harder at the end of every day. So we started that in December, 1st of December. We did it again in January. And this month in my team, we've had 9 promotions, and that can't be a coincidence. That's got to be the people that were in the team in the accountability group were the people that got the promotions, and so that can't be coincidental. So I definitely recommend doing those. But had I have not shown up on the call, and had I had not listened to it twice, those things maybe wouldn't have necessarily happened, or they would have, but not at the pace that they'd happened. So listen to the calls, listen to them multiple times. So now if I'm like going for a walk with the dog, I've got a call being replayed in my ear when I'm walking the dogs. If I'm doing the dishes, like whenever I'm doing a task, there will always be a call being replayed back to me. And I think that's really important. Buddy system I've talked about. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes because I just quickly scrambled them before I came on. what else have I got? Get to events. They're really, really important. Don't worry how you're going to get to the events. Literally, as soon as the event came for London, at the event, I booked my ticket, and I told my team that I booked my ticket. Like, you should be booking it straight away. Worry about everything later. Like, if worst case scenario you couldn't go, gift that to your team. Make it an incentive and a competition to get it to your team. But if you book your ticket and you tell your team that you booked your ticket, your team are going to go and do exactly the same. So it's got that snowball and momentum effect. So get to events. You cannot, like, all of our calls are amazing. We're so lucky that we've got technology that brings events and calls and everything into our homes and makes that really easy. But you cannot feel the energy and the atmosphere, and you cannot get the same sense of like the friendships and the community as you can in those events. Like, just talking about events gives me goosebumps. Like, you need to be in that room, and that's what's going to propel your business. Be consistent and then do more. So like, for me, I've been consistent all throughout, but I knew, like, you hear people say, like, you need to step into a position before you can be that position. So for me, I got to SSE in 6 months or 5 months, I think it was. So joined at end of November and I hit it by April, but it's taken me 9 months to get to QNMD. And I realised then that I needed to step in, and that was where the whole buddy system, the accountability group, I now do my own Sunday night call with my buddy, like, all of that has come, and now Q has come because I'd stepped into that position. So I think it's like about building a consistency and then adding another layer to it, and then another layer, and so on. I think that's it. I've just given like verbal diarrhea. Hopefully that was all right.
That is just incredible. I can't believe you've been in the business like 13 months.
Yeah.
So just have all of this incredible, you know, knowledge and tips and motivation and just everything. Like, I've written down so many notes that I'm taking away from you. It's just incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I do remember that drunken conversation as well. I didn't realise it was you. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I do.
I'm a sober Kelly.
Past that one. But yeah, do you know what? My top tips from what you said, put your top tips in the chat, guys. My top tips is, you know, borrow someone else's belief. Like you said, Nesh would always say, I believe in you, I believe in you, I know you can do this. I think that's so important. You know, congratulations on your 4.5 stone weight loss, because that is epic. But for me, I think what you said about, you know, stop sharing so much about the weight loss, but about the way it makes you feel, you know, that you didn't want to get in any photos. I haven't got any photos from that time because I just didn't want to. And like you said, you know, not wanting to get in the swimming pool, put a swim costume on. Like, these are things that a lot of people suffer with and would really, really relate to. So absolutely love that, and I will definitely be doing more of that. And you know, getting on the DMO calls, because I am terrible at getting on DMO calls, and it's on my DMO to get on the DMO call. So I will definitely be doing more of that, because like you said, you know, just like with you speaking, you can get on 10 million calls. Well, not actually, I don't want to scare anyone, but that one call is going to be the one where you think, actually, that sounds really helpful. Why am I not doing that? You know, accountability group, be consistent, then do more, step into your position. And SSC in 6 months is just bloody amazing. Kelly, you were incredible. I can't thank you enough. I really, really, really appreciate you jumping on with like 10 minutes notice as well. Everyone, thank Kelly. Love, guys, in the comments. Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you. Right, guys, we are going to wrap up a little bit early today, but I just want to say thank you. We've had a couple of little glitches and technical issues like we always do, but we've pulled it out of the bag, and I hope you enjoyed it. I got a bit flustered a couple of times, but we made it through. Thank you so much to all of our guest speakers. Thank you to James for arranging as always. Thank you to Kelly and Nesh for putting up with my last minute demands. And we will see you the same time next month. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Amazing, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks, James.
That really helpful. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, James.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.